Okay. Anything to declare firearm?
No firearms today, only tomorrow.
Only tomorrow. Okay. Thanks very much and enjoy it.
Okay.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
cheers. Bye.
He's live on TV.
We've just gone through the gate, so I'll be catching up to you now. So we've left Timbavati early this morning and headed off to Hoedspruit to load up the vehicles, ready for the Mozambican trip. Okay, we'll catch you now. And we've just entered the Kruger National Park. You have to spend one night in the Kruger National Park if you want to cross the border into Mozambique. And we're running a bit late right now, so we've got 2 hours to get to our rest camp this evening and hopefully see some animals on the way. In for about 5 kilometers and we've already seen 2 of the big 5, and right here there's another herd of elephants just behind you. So we've seen buffalo and we've seen elephant already in a matter of 5 kilometers into the Kruger National Park. We've just arrived at Lataba camp, and right in front of our barbecue area is this massive Eli down over here having his dinner. And if you turn the camera for me please, we can just show everybody where we are. Follow me, Rob. Just follow. So if you look, we're camping here. Well, not camping, we're actually in the lodge over here. The barbecue's right over here, and the Eli's eating his dinner. Just love Africa. So what's on the menu tonight?
Tonight is a quick ribiki because it's already pre-cooked, so in the time constraints we have ribs and a bit of beef short rib for Adrianette. It's all hers.
Looks fantastic. Look. Whole rack of ribs. And Adrianette has done portobello mushrooms with cheese and garlic, and this is going to be the meal. just left Letaba camp. We're heading towards the Kruger National Park crossing into Mozambique. And not even 5 kilometers out of camp, fresh cheetah kill, a mum with 2 cubbies. And it's always your luck when you're actually in a rush to try and get a border crossing. We've got a very long day of traveling to get through to Nyambane today, or to Pandani. And this phenomenal sighting over here. Shows you the bush can come up with anything at any given time. Okay, we're through the border. Officially we're in Mozambique. We're actually in the national park. I think it's the Limpopo National Park. I'll double check that. So, leaving Letaba this morning, managed to see a leopard. Unfortunately couldn't get it on this camera because I just sprung across the road, but Ant managed to get what we think is a bit of a blurry picture when you're looking at right now. So the leopard, and straight after the leopard, the beautiful sighting of the cheetah. The border crossing over here went really smoothly. Giri Yondo border, just outside of Letaba. My suggestion with border crossings, just be honest. If you've got some alcoholic beverages or you've got extra fuel, we've obviously got a lot of camera equipment with us. You know, tell the guys up front, don't let them search your vehicle and find things, because I think you're going to end up in a little bit more trouble than just being up front and saying you've got a couple of bottles of wine or a couple of beers and you've got an extra fuel tank of fuel. They kind of understand that. It's long distances in Mozambique, and to get from one fuel station to the next, especially when you're going to be driving the dusty roads, they do understand that fuel is a priority for you. So be mindful. I don't need to, what you think is right, do so, but be as truthful as possible. Border crossing took us about 35 minutes, possibly 40 minutes, both sides, South Africa and Mozambique border. Really friendly people. So yeah, I mean, I've heard some horror stories about crossing into Mozambique, especially through the Kruger National Park. We were lucky enough not to have that. So today from here we've got about 8.5 hours drive to Pandani, and most of it's going to be pretty boring, so we'll probably speak to you only once we're in Pandani. Maybe we see a couple of animals, but we'll catch you there. I don't condone getting out of your vehicle in any of the nature reserves, but cans being chucked out of cars. Have you ever seen a little baby squirrel or a meerkat running around with his head stuck in these things? Ridiculous. Come on, we're in a nature reserve, so survey the area, check if there's any animals around, and then go and pick it up. Just silly, absolutely silly. You're driving in a vehicle, just chuck it in a vehicle and throw it into a dustbin when you get there. Just watch the ditch.